Hello, and welcome to Cannabis is Not the Answer. My name is Kiers. It might be a bit difficult to pronounce and to spell. It's K-I-E-R-S. I used to say it's somewhere in between chaos and who cares. And this video is an intro video to this YouTube channel. I also have a Danish YouTube channel, and it served me very well to make an intro video that people could always go back and see what, let's say, what the main message is, or at least what it was in the beginning. So just short about me, I want to make another video about me, who I am, my background, and how I got to where I am right now. But I want to make this video mainly about the message itself, because this is the main thing, I'm just the messenger. It's not about me at all. So my name is Kiers, and I live here I live in between Denmark and Spain. Mostly in Spain. I'm in Denmark at the moment. Right now I'm sitting up in an apple tree in southern Copenhagen. So the reason why, a bit about me, I'm 38 years old. I have been through a lot of various attempts of healing myself and various healing modalities, changing diets, done different kinds of detox plans, and also had went through my share of pain. And what I'm coming with is that I have, tried to connect some things about the physical, the mental, and the spiritual, and how these things connect, and why I believe it is impossible to get a clue of what is going on if we don't take the three, all of them, into consideration. So, why did I make a channel called Cannabis is Not the Answer? The thing is, I work in the cannabis industry, you can say. I'm selling CBD oil, and I've been really, really happy and pleased to do it, especially all the responses I've gotten from people, and it has been really, really nice. But to be in this industry, it is in the beginning I was really, really pleased with it and really excited about it, and I didn't see any of the other guys selling CBD oil as my competitors, because my take is someone who works for the same change in the world as I do is not my competitor. And overall, I don't believe that I will ever really experience lack. So for me, I always have enough, so to speak. Even now, I'm sitting in an apple tree. But what I have come to realize about big parts of the CBD oil industry is that for a lot of the people who are in there, they don't want the same change as I do. They want to go from having enough to having more than enough. A lot of them also do it because they want to be okay with smoking weed, so they are, in a sense, trying to promote the use of cannabis. And I don't really think that it is necessarily a good thing to smoke cannabis every day, even though I have done it. And I'm going to make another video about my relation to cannabis and my relation to a lot of things later on. But I believe a lot of the ways that people who are in the CBD oil industry, they promote and they trying to make people buy their CBD oil is not far from how the pharmaceutical industry does it. This is just, oh, you have a symptom? Okay, take this and basically take this for the rest of your life and you can buy it of me. It's the typical point of view that you are focusing only on a cure. You don't focus on the cause of the problem. So when people have come to me and they, for example, have stress, depression, or something like this, but let's say stress, they're asking me, oh, do you have an oil against stress? And I was like, I have some oil that some people report reduces their symptom of stress, but the symptom is not something to annoy you. It is not something just to take a pill and then make the symptom go away. Stress is a big red flag or an alarm clock in your experience telling you that you are heading in the wrong direction. So instead of just taking an oil, suppressing the symptom and continuing as always, I would much rather like to dive into, okay, what is going on here? What is the cause? What do we need to change? And the issue with it is that oftentimes when we experience these kind of symptoms, what needs to happen is that we need to let go of something. So the pain is basically just a teacher, and if we're having resistance to that teacher, we will experience suffering. Pain and suffering are far from the same, but how they are, pursued in our society, they're often experienced as the same, because we are basically taught that, pain is just something we want to avoid. But healing is not avoiding the pain. Healing is going through the pain and letting the pain teach you what is going on here. And I have lost quite a few sales on that, because if people are having these kind of issues, then I ask into, okay, what is your diet, or what are your stress levels, or other issues, even though I know it's none of my business. And I also ask people if they want to have that point of view. But even though they say they want, and they already told me they want to buy this oil, then I'm telling them these couple of things that I recommend to them to change in their lives. Then they'll be like, okay, yeah, interesting. I will call you back, okay? Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. Cool, or maybe later on today. And then I never hear from them again. Then they contact the CBD oil vendor or someone who sells CBD oil, who will say to them, here, this is the solution. Just continue as always, and you'll be fine. And for some people, it is fine. Because if you, for example, have, let's say, arthritis in your fingers, in your joints. Arthritis is an inflammatory condition. So, and again, I know CBD oil is very anti-inflammatory, but the inflammation itself is not the problem. The inflammation is the body's solution to the problem. So it is through inflammation that the body heals. So this is how I see it, very good to take into consideration. That instead of, keeping on, you say, polluting the body or poisoning the body or whatever we are doing. Okay, I'm jumping a bit back and forth now, but if someone comes to me with lung cancer, I can recommend some herbs. I can say, we're good to juice maybe some nettles and some thyme, or give him some oil and these kind of things. But the most important thing is that he stops smoking. And you say, okay, yeah, this is with lung cancer. No, this is with all cancers. This is with everything. Everything comes from some sort of imbalance. And until you have addressed that imbalance, you will not really heal. But again, healing goes through all, like, body, mind, and spirit. So you can reduce a symptom, and this is what you can say the medical community has done, and they call that healing. That's the reason why. Now, there are actually two reasons why I'm not in a lab. One thing is I don't have a laboratory, and another thing is some people maybe think that, it would give a better idea of health if you were standing in a lab of some sort of professional environment. But this is, to me, the best environment that expresses health, because health comes from being whole. The Danish word for health is helbred, and the first three letters, hel or hel, means to be whole. So to be whole, when you are whole, you're allowing everything that comes in, which is also love. My definition of love is that love is the absence of an idea that anything should be any different. So it is not an action in a sense. Everything is love. Everything, when it's not love, like it is fear basically, that is our resistance to it. We need to judge it, we need to label it, we need to position us. This is when we create that. So nature, I believe, you don't really heal without connecting to health, nature, because what we call health and what we call nature is one and the same thing. So to get back about the story with the arthritis, if someone comes to me and has arthritis, inflammation in the fingers, some people, the thing is also how I communicate this, I'm not allowed, or let's say able in that sense, in a sense, to say that the oil does a certain thing, because I have not made any studies that confirm anything. I can refer to studies that suggest some things, and I can tell about experiences from myself and from my clients. So I cannot say that the oil does anything, and this is also something I have experienced, because to a lot of people, most people, it works totally different, so I cannot say anything for certain. But there are a lot of people reporting and studies suggesting that CBD is very anti-inflammatory. So I've sold CBD oil to a couple of people who report that their various inflammations have gone down dramatically, and infections and all these kind of things. So arthritis is an inflammatory condition in the body. So if someone then buys CBD oil of me, and thereby the symptom goes away, and the person will be like, oh, I'm healed, I'm nice. No, it is just this symptom. It is, you have basically shot, or you have eliminated the messenger. Because the reason oftentimes for arthritis, especially in the fingers, again, it is a lack of love. It is a lack of that the energy flows freely, and a lot of people are about the psychosomatic things, believe that arthritis, especially in the fingers, is a lack of self-love. It is, be too self-critical. So you can of course stay in the same level of consciousness, or the same level of how you take on yourself, or on your life, or your levels of love and freedom and all these kind of things. But what this could help you with is giving yourself a diagnosis, or reading what is going on here, and then you have the opportunity to work on yourself, let go of some things, and thereby become more whole. Again, whole is health. A holy person is also someone who is whole, and a holy person will have good health. So by seeing what is going on here, this can help you with getting more love and freedom into your life. So instead of just numbing yourself, but to a lot of people this is fine, I know, and there's not a problem with that at all. But I believe that pain itself is not the problem at all. The problem is that we have some sort of resistance to what is, and when we have that, there's no love, and the energy doesn't flow freely. And there are a lot of people reporting when they, for example, there's something they don't say, there's something they don't say, they get a problem with their throat, obviously. There are various things where the energy doesn't flow freely. If you can't, digest your life, you will have digestive issues, and some of these things sometimes, happen to be concluded. So when the energy doesn't flow easily in your body anymore, you will get dis-ease. So there's a lot of modalities that one can use to get into that, and this is what these are some of the things that I want to communicate on this channel. I'll definitely also talk about cannabis, CBD oil, because cannabis, like I say, cannabis is not the answer. You are the answer. Love is the answer. But cannabis can be a really, really good help to get to that, because when you are, you lack grounding, or you are not connected to yourself, and you are in pain, and you haven't slept well, and all these kind of things, when you're at that level, it can be very, very difficult to make the changes in your life and to go in the right direction. But it should be like that, that something is going on in your life. You take this, you kind of manipulate the body, But you know there's something going on. I need to do some changes. And from this state, you know, okay, what needs to change? And the most important thing here is to be brutally honest with yourself. What is going on? What am I not facing? What is going on? Where am I not letting go? Because as much as it is way easier just to add something to your life, we continue as always, and we're just adding something. And this is what, it's a huge industry built up around that, about adding stuff. You can say adding all these medicines from the allopathic community. That allopathic community is the part of the medical community that believes in the unnatural substances, those which can be patented. So we are adding those, and we're continuing as always. When my stepfather got cancer, the first thing the doctor said to him was, the most important thing is now that you don't change anything, you know, if you're because of stress levels. But, you know, every decision has led you to cancer. So, you know, it might be an idea to, you know, change some things in order to get a different, you know, outcome. But not only that, a lot of people think that, oh, the reason why I'm depressed or I don't feel good is because, you know, I need to go traveling. Or traveling can be good because traveling can maybe help you let go of something. But traveling itself, or buying stuff especially, you know, consumerism, you are getting yourself new clothing, and it will short term. And a lot of these things will help short term, because just when you're getting it, just when you're getting these things, in that moment, you stop searching. You have this feeling of, I have arrived, I have this thing. And at that moment, you might feel happy, because now you're not searching anymore. You're not striving for happiness in that moment. But that is why it wears off. And this is why why your iPhone 5 or 6 or whatever we are on now is not sufficient anymore. Because you're just getting this feeling of getting something new. So this will not make you happy, or will not heal you, and will not make you happy long term. Or getting a partner, or getting a dog, or getting a child, and all these things will not heal you or not make you happy long term. What will heal you is what you let go of. This is, to me, what healing is about. But it is way easier said than done to live that simply. Like this proverb from somewhere, it is very simple to be happy, but it is oftentimes very hard to be simple. And this is definitely something that I would like to promote here. And this is, some of it is definitely to get out of your comfort zone, because you're staying in that comfort zone to avoid the pain, the teacher that is telling you, there's something out of balance in your life. And this is just a teacher, a messenger for you to really connect with something that is so much more valuable than anything could buy. Not even MasterCard or whatever this commercial is, that the priceless things. To be truly connected to yourself, and that will then again be expressed or be experienced in all kinds of, you know, facets of your life. You know, yourself, you know, when you're just feeling good, you can just look into a tree, or you look into the sky, and you're just fine. But when you're not, you'll get bored, and you want, you know, entertainment. The Danish word for being bored is at kede sig, or kedsomhed, and ked means to be sad. So when you're bored, it is sadness coming up. It is some sort of pain coming up, you know. And that is actually a gift to dive into that. But often when we are bored, we are constantly, okay, something needs to happen. I need to eat something, I need to do something, I need something out here needs to be addressed now. Definitely not in here. But this is just again, this is just life telling you, you know. And this is why I, for example, believe that some of the most healing things one can do is fasting, or cutting any addictions out of your life, anything you're addicted to. But food is a very, you know, a big, you know, can say drug in our life. But as long as you are addicted, you're not free, and there's no true love without freedom. So I mean, to go into that is somewhat of a challenge, but it is so rewarding. And also to be alone in nature, that is a really, really liberating thing. But not go out there and think, okay, you know, now something needs to happen. I want to heal, you know, when is it happening? But really just to go there and let totally go of expectations. Just to be with the trees, you know, have a symbiotic breathing with the trees, or, you know, listen to the birds, you know, being with nature. No, that was a stupid way of saying it. Be nature, because nature is not something external from us. We are nature. And yeah, I mean, I have loads of things. I mean, I can see the video's already over 21 minutes, and I thought I want to keep it kind of short. But this is the main message. I mean, I really would like in this YouTube channel to promote what I believe true healing is, and what it also not is. And like I said, cannabis could definitely be a wonderful help. And I went into this industry because I saw this as a wonderful you know, tool that people can use. But what I see now, how it is promoted and how it is used, and this is definitely not something I want to be a part of. I was actually laying out here I'm in a place in Copenhagen called Amagerfjell. It's a nice green area where I get to connect with myself, basically. Even though I do that, it's not like I'm not connected to myself. I'm not. But if I really need, I'm going out here where nothing has been logically arranged, just with the trees. But I was laying out here, and I thought it through. You know, I said, I cannot continue this. So I actually kind of almost made the decision that I will stop. You know, I'll not be in this, even though I live off it, and I will have to find out something else. But there'll always be a way. If I truly let go of the old and I'm truly open to whatever, there'll always be a way to wherever I want to go. But there's also a true commitment here is needed to really, you know, walk the path. And I decided that no, I cannot do this. This is fucking ridiculous. But then the idea came about this channel that no, but you know what? Because it helps so many people. So I want to continue that, but I want to give people the opportunity to, you know, to use it. Maybe just to use it and just go with that and have fun with that, or, you know, feel better with that. For some people it stops working at some point, and I think that is when they get to a point where they're strong enough to, or where they're basically forced by life. No, you don't want to dwell here. You are, you know, destined for bigger, so to speak. Some people who just want to take it, you know, to take the oil to, you know, feel more grounded and be more, you know, feel less pain or whatever, and then, you know, listen to some of these messages and then walk this path basically back to yourself, or other people who are not interested in the oil and just want to do what I'll say, the work of healing. Alright, this was it. I think I'll have an apple or two, apparently. You know, I'll see around. I have a lot of great ideas for this channel, and a lot of, I don't know, the camera for some reason stopped recording. Maybe there's some limit of how long. It's a new camera I actually bought basically to start this up, you know. So we'll see. But yeah, I have a lot of nice ideas to communicate this message on this channel. So if you like it, stay tuned, and see you later. And have a wonderful present moment.